Welcome back, Lego enthusiasts, to Heart of a Kid Productions, and I've completed my lighthouse, so let's check it out. Alright guys, so this thing is beautiful. So obviously we got the instruction booklets over here and over there, so it came pretty thick, two instruction booklets. Wasn't actually really difficult to put together. And then obviously her and her boat. As you can see, I kind of have it dark in here just because I'm actually going to turn it on. It's not as bright as I actually had hoped. I'm going to see how much brighter it looks in pitch black at nighttime. But it's funny because I still have light coming in from the outside, so you can kind of see it pretty well because it's kind of lit up. So still really cool. I have the guy out front right here, like it showed in the on the box, kind of looking for boats coming in. Seagull, obviously a little bucket with a fish. And I didn't put this on a mill's plate because I'm not putting it in my city or anything like that. And obviously building mills, when you run out of pieces, is kind of a pain. So right now I'm just going about my business, building the set that I wanted to build, putting it in a place in my guest room where it's going to be. So as you can see, it has a beautiful little home, the Aurora Point for the person who lives here. So the funny thing is, I was actually driving home yesterday because I wanted to finish this up, but I was coming home and I realized that there's a dental office literally right down my road that looks like this classic building, which is funny because I was like, that looks exactly, obviously it's a little bigger, it's a dental office, but it looks exactly like this. It even has the same arch with the name. I can't remember what it's called, but it says dental with the first name in front of it. Might be Falcon Dental or something like that. So it's really funny that I was like, that looks exactly like the little model I just built. It just happens to be a lighthouse, the lighthouse keeper's home, not a dental office. So I thought that was really interesting. So I was like, wow, that's really cool. Um, so, yep, really cool. And like I said, you got the cave over here. So this is the funny part. So I'm going to finish this review real quick in regards to this amazing build. I love the way it looks. This roof comes off. Obviously, I kind of already showed you guys that, but we'll go ahead and remove it again. So it comes off real easy. Not too bad. And then in here you got, like I said, the portrait of the actual family, the lighthouse, I think the creator and his family. It's kind of dark because obviously I don't have the light going on. Let me go ahead and open up the windows, let a little more light in so then I can actually kind of see it a little better. Then I'll close it when I turn the light on. So here we go. All right, that's a lot brighter. But yeah, still didn't brighten up this interior. But what's cool is if I wanted to turn on the fireplace, there's a switch to do that. So as I already kind of reviewed, there's no tile on the floor or anything like that. So if you decide to get some tile on the flooring, you can do that on your own. It's got the front door right there on the right, and obviously a fish on the wall, clock. Um, that's the stove right there, and then some pots and pans and a bottle, and a cup of tea, the map. Like I said, that map's a sticker. I really wish it would have been printed. I wish everything in this would have been printed, especially like this nice little piece right there would have been nice to have it printed. But anyways, so that's the interior. Let's back out, refocus. And then it has this beautiful, like going up to the lighthouse. And these are obviously garage pieces that are right here that make this. And it actually wasn't that difficult. Once you put it all together, you just got to make sure you connect the actual light to the little piece on the underside. Because when I did it, I put it on and I was like, why is it sticking out? And I realized I didn't put the little light piece inside. So you got to make sure you're paying attention to the instructions when you do that. But yeah, this ended up coming out really good. It's not huge, it's not crazy big or anything like that. It actually is a decent size. It looks good for what it is. I like that as a minifigure scale. Looks really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on. There we go. Like I said, that fits out on there really cool. And yeah, just looks really nice. It's really cool. I love how it has the wires kind of covered by the foliage. So obviously there's a light up in here for the stove, and then it kind of connects to this building, goes all the way inside here into the main area of the light up here. So really cool. The funny thing is, now I'm going to get to the funny story. So I was building this and I knew the switch was actually underneath, the main area down here because I was like, oh yeah, yeah. I was like, there's got to be a button. So when I got to the end, I was trying to figure out. I was like, well, how do I turn on the light? And I was like, inside here. I was like, how do I turn it on? So then I went through the book and I was like, I can't believe I can't figure out where the light switch is. I was like, there's nothing at the end that says, okay, when you're done, flip the switch right here to turn on the light. So I was thinking, I kept like pushing on areas, and I was like, is it over here? Is it on this the anchor? I was like, where is this little light switch? I was like, okay, maybe it's in the cave. So I ended up coming over here and I'm looking at the cave and I'm kind of feeling around and I end up pulling on the chest and I was like, okay, so I start looking at the book because I'm getting frustrated. I'm like, where is the stupid light switch? I was like, don't tell me I'm gonna have to take this all apart to figure out where the light switch is because I couldn't remember what I was supposed to do or I didn't see instructions on how to actually turn it on other than the lever that's underneath this thing. So I'm like, where is it? Where is it? So I'm going through the instructions and I'm like, okay, well, it would be over here. Where would it? So I'm looking at the instructions as I'm building. I was like, oh yeah, it'd be on this side. So right over here by the cave. So I'm like, okay. So then I'm like, I feel around again after I pull this chest out and I put it back in. And the light is actually right here, this little knob on the inside. So I was like, oh my God, I was getting so annoyed because I was looking for it. And I'm surprised they didn't say, oh, when you're done, like make sure, you hit the little switch in the cave on the right, on the inside. And maybe that was just a little simple mistake by me, but it was funny because I was just like, where is the light switch? I'm like pushing on these walls because obviously the battery's back here. So you can remove this piece and that's where the battery is. So if you need to unscrew that and slide out the battery pieces, you'll actually pull that whole thing out and then replace the batteries. So that's simple. You remove this, unscrew this, and then take this off. And then the inside just slides right out. So then you can put new batteries in, slide it in, tighten them up, and then cover it back up with this piece. So it's funny, when I was doing that, to look at this, I was like, well, where's the switch? I was like, okay, I see the battery box, but where's the little removable thing so I can actually just hit that switch that I saw that was working earlier? But it got covered by this thing. So it was kind of funny. I was just like, I was beating myself up because I was getting annoyed. And I was just like, I know it's here. I got to find it. So I figured it out and everything. So let me close the curtain so you guys can see it in motion. Here we go. We're back in dark. And as you can see, I still have light coming in from my blinds, which obviously lights it up, which it's funny because I'm in here looking at it. It looks dark, but with my video right now, it actually still looks like it's lit up, which is kind of funny. But anyways, so you come over here and you just push this down and it actually starts spinning the little light. And as you can see, when it hits the camera, it actually lights up pretty good. And I thought it was going to be brighter. I like the effect. It looks amazing. So I was like, oh man, this is going to be so cool because it's going to literally light up my whole room. Yeah, not so much. It does blind you if you look right at it, so don't look directly at the light, but it is really cool. And then on the inside, you can actually see right here, there's a light right in there, and that's where the fireplace is. So if you turn this, you can see that the actual light is actually coming from the fireplace, and then the door opens, and you can see that it lights up the whole room, which is cool. And then that actually leads to the ladder that leads all the way up. So that is really cool. And as you can see, the door has a little handle that you can grab. Now, I had trouble reaching it because I have small hands, but it's so small that you're trying to reach and grab that with your nail to close it. So I had to take the roof off and just close it. Not a big deal, but yeah, I can try. Yeah, see, because when I pull it, it just, so what I had to do was take it off, and then you can see that the light's coming in, and I just close the door, and then the little handle's right there. But as you can see, it lights up the entire room, just that light from the fireplace, which is really cool. Actually, I don't remember seeing a light like make it this bright for a little room. Maybe it's just because it's a smaller room, so it's able to like brighten the whole thing up. So, but I thought that was really cool. So, really nice set. I'm glad I have it. I can't wait to put it in my guest room on the corner. I'm actually organizing my Legos right now because I've got so many new things. I'm gonna do a haul show here shortly, and I just want to place this in the spot, but I'm reorganizing my closet because I'm running out of space, and don't want to end up having to put stuff in storage. But if I keep buying the way I am, I'm literally gonna be having to put Legos out in this room which I already have a bunch out here right now. So I'm kind of making room to actually put those in the closet so they actually fit, and then hopefully even still have more space. But this is really cool. It ended up looking amazing. I love that little magnifying glass piece that ends up getting the light coming through it. It just looks really beautiful. So I can't complain. It's definitely worth the buy in my opinion. The guy who created it, I know it was minifigure scale, actually micro scale, which I'm glad they changed it, because I definitely wouldn't have bought it if it was a micro scale. I would have been like, it's cool, but it's not minifigure scale, and I want it minifigure scale. Everything I buy, I like to have minifigure scale, so kind of works out. But yeah, it's beautiful. It runs. It takes 6 batteries, so 6 double A's. So just make sure you have the batteries. So when you do that, you hook it up, and I love that it just works with no issues. And yeah, that is so beautiful with the light just coming through. It just shines. It really just gives you that home feeling, like, you know, they got the fireplace going, and it's just beautiful. So I can't say more about this set. I love it. It looks amazing, and I can't complain. I'm really glad that I got this for Christmas, and I'm glad I was able to add it to my collection. It'll be actually a prized possession. And I've traveled all over the world in the military, and I've actually never seen a lighthouse in person, not close up anyway. So that would be something I'd actually like to do one day in the future, just to check it out. And I'm older, so there was actually a movie that I actually grew up watching that I really loved. It's Pete's Dragon. They came out with a remake. I didn't really care for the remake, but there is one where Pete's Dragon is a cartoon, and it's really good. If you have kids, I've watched it before with my 3-year-old, and he's just like, dragon. So if you have kids, and it's actually a really good story. And back then, the way they made things, I think they did a fantastic job. So if you're actually into that, and now obviously it has a lighthouse, and it's kind of a pivotal point of the movie, the lighthouse. So if you actually have time, I'd say grab your kids or just watch it yourself. If you're I was born in '79, so I grew up in the '80s, and that was a classic that I'd always watch and grew to love. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have this. I'm glad I was able to finish it last night and be able to do a review today and talk about it, because it is amazing. So, I will talk to you guys again soon, and I will be placing this in my room and probably taking a video of it at night to see how it looks in complete dark. We'll see how that looks. Maybe I'll do a video on it if it comes out good enough. If not, I'll just be like, oh, okay, this is where I placed it. So anyways, all right, guys, thanks again. Please subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. And remember, enjoy everything and anything as long as you have the heart of a kid. And remember, just enjoy everything in life, because you might as well enjoy it now, because we only have one life to live. So, you know, just take advantage. Be happy. Try to be positive. All right? All right, guys. Thanks again for watching, and I will talk to you again real soon. All right.